Okay, so I just processed our garlic scapes that we got from our hardneck garlic in our garden. And, this is one of the practical sides of homesteading, I guess you can say, compared to the glamorous side of homesteading. To me, anyway, the glamorous side of homesteading is being able to process things the day of, which hardly ever happens around here, but also being able to do pretty things like this, with olive oil and salt and pepper and a food processor and get your garlic scapes or anything really in, pretty little cubes and then you freeze them and then you break them apart and you'll have this perfect little size of serving for whatever you decide to do. And that is lovely. In my book, that's glamorous because it doesn't always happen in our life here in our homestead. And I realized today that as I was doing this, that I was running low on my olive oil. And so even though I set time aside today and cut all of the flowers off to give to the chickens because it's, great herbal supplement for chickens to help with their immune system and molting and stuff. It took me a while to do that, get my food processor out, get all the ingredients out. And as I was going through the first batch, it dawned on me that this is not practical for my homestead at this moment. I am almost out of olive oil. I don't have the money right now to buy another bottle of olive oil, and so I would rather reserve that little bit for other recipes and just do one tray. And that's the way homesteading is. That's the reality of homesteading. We can get on Pinterest, we can get on YouTube, we can see all the pretty, glamorous ways to preserve your food. But when it comes right down to it, if your family cannot afford olive oil and you really can't see how that is going to work, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't think that your life is not glamorous and don't think that you can't preserve it in another way. Hello, freezer bags. My garlic scapes are going in my freezer bags. They're going in my freezer. Whenever I need them, I will just grab a handful out, break it up, chop it up, saute it, and it works just as well as this. Now, yes, I do have to add my oils to this and my salt and pepper, but that's all right because that's just the way life is here on our homestead. So let this be an encouragement to you that, if you have something you need to preserve and you can't get to it the day of, that's okay. I think there's a lot of homesteaders that can't always preserve things the day of. But when you do start preserving it, there are ways that you can preserve foods that's practical for your family and that can give you confidence, that can also make you feel like you are being a good steward of what God has given you, even if it ends up in a freezer bag or it ends up in the freezer in a food saver bag, or even if you just want to chop it up and use it in a recipe right now and not even set it aside, that's still being a good steward of what you have. Your things are not always going to be pretty and cute little cubes done up with, olive oil and all of the great ways that are out there to do things. And those are great ways. And sometimes I feel really glamorous when I'm able to do this. I even debated halfway through, do I even want to do this? And I thought, well, I already have the olive oil in the food processor. Let me just go ahead and do one tray. So yeah, it feels glamorous. I've got pretty little garlic cubes already in my, getting ready to go in my freezers that I can use for recipes. So anyway, that is kind of what I've been up to today, amongst babysitting, making cookies, and watering all the gardens around the property. So I hope this finds you well. I hope you and your family are blessed. And like and subscribe and comment to our videos and share our videos with anybody else that you think might get encouraged. And hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.